that we got from our own community. If we're going to have an honest conversation, we need to be honest about it. Part of the problem that we have in our community is us. So for those of us who want better for our children, who stick our neck out, we don't have the support of people who look like us. How dare you tell us that because I want my son to go to a better school, to have a better life, that I have to be that crab in the bucket and stay down here with you. I'm trying to raise you up here with us. So how do we address that? Because after a while, you get tired of whole hand who don't want to walk that walk with you. We need to have an honest conversation about that. Won't be today, but we definitely need to meet again and start facing that mirror and realize that some of us are the problem. The other issues that we were having was negative attention from others. I mean, it's bad. To the point where we don't have respect for each other. As a young man said, we took the neighbor out the hood, which means we don't have the village mentality anymore. When we grew up, we got beat by Miss Johnson if we was doing wrong. Then got home and got a phone call to mom and you got beat again. We don't have that anymore. We got the neck rolling. And the things, how dare you say my son is doing X, Y, and Z like they're angels. Our kids are doing wrong out here. The other issues that we had was some of us parents need to be parented. That's just point blank period. They don't know what they're doing and it's not their fault. My generation and my mother's generation and their generation, we dropped the ball. Let's just keep it 100. That's what happened. Her generation is 23. We dropped the ball. We gotta stop talking negatively to them, telling them that they're Generation X and that they're lost. Guess what? If they're lost, it's our fault. And we need to put our bootstraps on and go back and find our babies. Because guess what? At this age, our babies are making babies. And if they don't know, then your grandbabies don't know. Okay? The other thing is, we definitely got to get back to communicating with our children. It's 2016, and that do as I say, not as I do, don't work anymore. What they're dealing with in the community is different than when I was a child. I'm going on 35. It never, ever works. You got to start treating your children like human beings. Yes, you had a bad day. Yes, your boss got on your ass. But when your son or daughter comes in from school and want to talk to you because they're being bullied, this, that, and the third, how dare you stand around crying when something happens because you didn't know. Want to know why you didn't know? Because you didn't talk to Billy. You didn't talk to Tyree. You didn't talk to LaQuinn when she was trying to tell you some shit was going down. It's shut up. Get out my face and leave me alone because you got in a fight with baby daddy and you don't want to hear nothing today. Cut that shit out. And then you wonder why your children go out and talk to the drug man because they get love outside the home. They look for love in all the wrong places. And then you're the first ones on TV talking about, oh my God, my baby's dead because you didn't know what Tyreek was doing 2 days ago. And stop being your child's friend. Let me tell you something. I am my son's friend now because he's going on 23 and getting ready to move up out my house. Right. But when he was that age and younger, I am not your friend, I'm your mama. I'm in your face, I'm in your space. This is my house. And what I say goes. Yes, we communicated. Ain't no locked doors. Ain't no Facebook where I ain't got the code. Ain't no texting and all that stuff. And I don't know who you talking to and what you're doing. Don't like it. Too bad. I'm on that ass until you out of here. And he's still in my house, so guess what? I'm still in his space. And in his space, even though he's going off to college and doing his thing, you better call me and tell me where you at. You better tell me where you going. And I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if the neighbors don't like it. Because part of the thing that we agreed to was the fact that the community gets on us about you being in your child's face. Stop that. You're supposed to be in their face. That's your job. The other piece to that is you're not getting no cookies for doing your job. Damn that. Oh, I want to be mother of the year, father of the year, this, that, and the third because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You see, too many people want accolades for raising their children. You had them, that's what you're supposed to do. Now the successes that we had, my son and the children that were in the group, we communicated with our children. That's number one. What happens is when you start them at a young age doing that, then they come home at 23 and send you pictures from AC where my son just came from, talking about we partying and who he with. See, that's what you want. You want them to do that at a young age, so then when they become adults, they tell you what's going on and what's cracking in the neighborhood, and you keep peace with everything and everybody. They call me Scoop in my hood. Wanna know why? Because the kids in the community come tell me everything. Because Miss Shawn don't judge what you doing, how you doing it, and then you guide them to where they're supposed to be. We ain't doing that anymore. The other thing is, keep it real with your children. I was no angel at his age. This whole thing about parents got wings, I got them, they black, honey. I done been through some stuff. Talk to your children. They are getting stuff out here in the world that ain't right.
Yeah, sure.
Miscommunication, lies and deceit, and then they come to you like, hey, why didn't you tell me that the grass wasn't greener on the other side when they should be getting it from you? Now you mad at the drug man and you mad at the hooker down the street because she done popped his cherry at 13 because you ain't talking about what you need to be talking about. The successes that we had with our children was the main thing was treat them like people. They are people too. They tiny people. You might learn something about your kids if you communicate. You'll learn their likes and dislikes. Let them be free. And this whole thing about my block, let me tell you something. When my son walks out and he goes around the world, because yes, my baby has a passport. Hear that? He represents Pittsburgh. Why? Because he can go to Lorimer, he can go to Garfield, he can go to Penn Hills, and he can walk Wilkinsburg, because ain't nobody gonna tell my baby where he can and can't go around his people. When I grew up in Forest Hills. All white folk, KKK. I had hoods walking home with me. Y'all know that song from Self-Destruction? Know that piece where it says, I didn't run from the KKK and I'll be damned if I run from a black man? We need to cut that out. We should not be scared of each other, our children, or our communities. And ladies, this is from us, our group, to y'all. Stop man hating. Y'all gotta stop beating these brothers up. Yes, some of them are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, but it ain't all of them. That baggage that you carrying, you leaving with your new man and your kids. Cut it out. It's not right. They got therapy for y'all to work that mess on out. I don't care what you got to do. Get some Calgon, whatever it is. But y'all beating your children up. If your son look like baby daddy, that's not his fault. You pick that brother. My son looks exactly like my son's father spit him out. Wow. That's still my baby. What James did had nothing to do with Sergeant Quinn Owens. And I didn't take my anger out on my son. That's what you all are doing. Y'all are raising some angry folks because you're angry. The best thing that you can do is get you together so you can get your kids together. Once we start doing that, the community will be a much better place.